It's a good one, this one, ladies and gentlemen. What can I say, apart from... checkmate. Checkmate, buddy. Because you played right into my fucking hands. Yet again, everything that I have foresaw has become a reality, without any deviations. I am actually genuinely amazed that things went down as well as they went down. Truly. Because it allows me to just go entirely to what I had envisioned. It's a Smugwinson Live news alert tonight. You don't know what's coming, ladies and gentlemen, but I certainly do. And by the end of this, I imagine Ashton's going to have the shotgun in his mouth, just shaking on the trigger handle there. Just because it's so cold, and it's about to get even colder. It might be my strongest, fastest, most healthy victory lap of them all. If you don't know, you should know. The Traitor and the Tard went live last night with a Keno Casino. And they decided to go all in on Aesilieri, the King of Atlantis, my childhood hero, a man of exceptional Keno, the inventor of the Keno Dogme 2007 himself. They decided to go all in on Aesilieri. They were too shocked to go all in on myself, so they played right into my fucking hands. Aesilieri, a man who's been around since the dawn of time. And they played right into my fucking hands. I want to start with just where we begin. I want to give them the public space. I want to allow them the absolute opportunity to hang themselves with this one. I promised myself I wasn't going to enjoy this as much publicly on stream, but I can't contain my joy, my jubilance. Just take me down to the Paradise City. And if England win tonight, I might just die of happiness. Okay. Right, are we ready, folks? What if you're ready? Because I'm certainly ready to deliver my checkmate, to show how they played exactly into my hands. The old master PPP. I taught you everything, but you learn nothing. You learn nothing. Let it be known that yet again, I have the high ground, Anakin. And there ain't gonna be no long walk back now. I thought you had more sense than this, brother. I thought you had more sense. I thought... Is there anything left of that little mind? Has it all just been consumed by KFCs and Burger Kings and McDonald's and the Order of the Nine Angles? All right then, let's go. Let's go, champ. Let's go through it all, shall we? Let's go. Right, so, here we go. Here we go. It's Kanye missing. Alt hype leaves cozy. Ralph on coke. Felted by Luma. Beardson's Christmas. Right, so you might be thinking, same old shit, different day. But it wasn't the same old shit, different day, was it? So, let's just allow them a fair opportunity to speak for themselves, shall we? So here we go. There you go. Now, do you want me to torture you and put you through the 5 minutes that they put you through? And then make you wait and sit through this reused clip of an e-whore? over and over again for 41 shows. Do you want me to do that, folks? Or shall I just get straight into the content? It's the only rule. Like, this, by the way, is garbage. It was always garbage. This whole intro is garbage. I just want you to witness this, by the way. Okay, so they are going to lead now with something that's completely different to all of this shit that no one gives a fuck about. They're going to lead with something now that I'm just going to give them the right of reply as a fair and honest man. It's the seething slideshow himself.
It's over. The casino's been burned down, Andy. The three kings came for us, Andy. The three kings came for us, Andy. Godwinson enlisted the...
Trust me, folks. You're gonna love where this ends. You're gonna see the chess move at play, and you're all gonna agree. What a fucking checkmate.
After the grand unveiling of the three kings, one of his most trusted men, in the Discord, is trying to groom 16-year-olds. Avon Chartsdale is so much of a fucking...
By the way, can I just say, who gives a fuck about Avon Chart? Who are these people? I mean, Avon Chartsdale in this title, is he? It's just clickbait. We need to put Kanye first, because that'll show up in the search results.
Any pretext that this is on some moral authority...
Look, I mean... He's like in 4K. Apparently they're raking in $300 super chats from Metica Masochist, the tranny, that aren't fake. That apparently aren't fake. But why can't PPP afford internet? If that's the case. Like, he is literally here, pixels on a screen.
Righteous high horse.
This is a slideshow. A seething slideshow.
We're gonna gun guard Ralph. Brian Dunn is gonna bend the knee to Ralph when Ralph called the cops on Brian's family, went after Brian's father, all this shit. Brian's gonna bend the knee. He bent the knee and said Ralph won because Godwinson let him...
Pissed PowerPoint.
Because Asa, the antediluvian king, spilled the beans that the writer's room is back in full effect over in the Three Kings camp.
Shall we address the writer's room? So, PPP, he betrayed all of his writing staff. They walked out en masse. They resigned en masse because they couldn't deal with this shit anymore. And so PPP's writing staff now is Kinoche and Christorian X. Kinoche and Christorian X. That's who's put together this one. The writer's room ain't what it used to be, what can I say?
And I'm just guessing that. I don't know for a fact that Brian's over there, but I'm going to imagine that's what's going on over there. They fire up the stream, Andy, and it's the same repeated fucking take about...
What quickly, whilst this slideshow continues to seethe, I just want to chime in and say, Andy ain't digging this, bro. This ain't ground bait for Warski's pay picks. They could give two shits about the antediluvian king known as Ace Salieri, the Kino Dogma 2007. They want to talk about Kanye missing. They want to talk about Ralph on coke felted by Luma and Beardson's Christmas. And as you will see Warski's face throughout this is a 2-hour triad. We won't go into the full fucking 2 hours of seethe and cope. But you will see Warski absolutely get obliterated, drunk. They will end this. I'll show you the end of the stream. It's gold. But you will see he's not into it. He's not digging it. And there's moments in this stream, especially in this seething slideshow Super Saiyan apparently takedown, where Warski's actively trying to sandbag it to move on to the thing. And their chat is just spamming Zeds and tomatoes. I just thought I'd chime in with that factoid there, ladies and gentlemen.
About risotto. Could we just say risotto? Risotto.
Risotto. Risotto.
And over and over
Risotto.
again. Then suddenly Nick Rekieta...
Cook Rekieta! Proud cook! I find it rich, by the way, that they're now running Defense Force for Nick Rekieta. Purely because Warsi got shook and realized that Rekieta's pay pigs were his pay pigs. So that show they led on the Duel of the Fates stream that night, where they went as Rekieta as hard as I did, now they're walking that one back. And you better believe it, this guy's done hours on Rekieta's wife. But that's a tale for another time, ladies and gentlemen.
So they go over Risotto, going to the Swingers Club, fucking Hedonism 2, reheating the same shit they've been going over for 2 weeks. Okay, that was... And they reveal that Ace's
reheating the same shit?
CIA agent,
reheating the same shit.
Antediluvian King Ace's glowy father.
Wait.
JF's co-host?
Didn't he work for the...
Now, you might be thinking that Ace Salieri was chosen at random. You might be thinking, I don't want to reveal my hand too early, but Ace's dad being a Fed and Cesis' uncle have a very clear connection, ladies and gentlemen.
CIA? Isn't that what you said?
Yes, he's a literal glowy. Ace's
What
dad
the
is
fuck?
a literal fucking glowy. JF's co-host.
Wait.
Ace's dad. Ace's dad is a literal fucking glowy. Okay? So, as you might have noticed a common theme with all of the Kino casinos of late, everyone's a Fed. Everyone's a federal informant. And they are two experts. They can call it out. They can call a spade, a Fed, a glowy, a glowy. So when we introduce into the mix a king of Atlantis, whose dad has some sort of prior connections to government agencies, and we know that because the traitor himself hath no balls to come at the king, because he knows he'd miss, he'd go at the co-host. Because we knew that, and we knew he'd go in. And Ace's dad, that now gives us free rein to talk about Uncle Norm, the Cesis uncle. But there's more to the checkmate, ladies and gentlemen. That's just the tip of the iceberg. Uncle Norm, PPP's Cesis uncle. Literally a Fed. Gloves are off now. You gave me permission to fire back, PPP. And I'm going to enjoy this arc. Buddy. Okay, so let's continue, shall we?
Somehow a big win. Ace's dad is the co-host, right? So,
Asa, hang on. Let's start with this, Ashton, because I'm not familiar. You were telling me the Asa lore.
Let me explain this, right?
I really don't know what's after, by the way. Thank you, everyone. Love you all. Okay, go.
When Asa and Godwinson got together, I was actually really happy for Godwinson.
I was actually really happy for Godwinson. The guy was seething. Like, all over the fucking place. In every live chat that he could possibly be found in. He was seething. Just outraged that not only had I managed to get his childhood hero, Ace Salieri, but also Ethan Ralph, his other childhood hero, on a show. Something that he'd been planning for years and years and years. He wanted to do exactly what the We Three King shit was last night. That's PPP's wet dream, ladies and gentlemen. But he was actually happy for us. Okay, let's see where they go with this, shall we?
Because Asa is like one of Godwinson's childhood heroes. Always watched Asa as a kid. He would talk to me about Asa for hours on end.
Represent. Represent Kino Dogme Brothers 2007.
Somebody that
The antediluvian king, the king of Atlantis has returned. And I'm very happy.
With Hollywood God, when I got to talk with Jim, Daddy Jim. So, those are cool moments. So I was actually happy for Godwinson. I was like, let's see what these guys come together with. It didn't start off too bad, honestly, with the Ricada video and all this stuff. Honestly, it wasn't
watching
too
the
bad.
boxing, me being knocked out, yada,
No, I mean, no.
Is that a... Baby can't help. He can't help but praise the keynote that happened last night. He can't help it. But Warski, let's just play that again. Because that was a self-felt, ladies and gentlemen. He got bitch-slapped by his co-host. He got put in his place. The seething slideshow, the pissed PowerPoint. Just can't take a win at this point in time. Merry Christmas! I suppose, Ashton. Merry fucking Christmas.
It didn't start off too bad, honestly, with the Ricada video and all this stuff. Honestly, it wasn't
watching
too
the
bad.
boxing, me being knocked out, yada,
No,
yada.
I mean,
Trouble in paradise, but
No. I mean, I was talking about the stream that they did a couple streams.
No, I was talking about the other stream. The other stream with Ralph called the We Three Kings, where we talked about Ricata. That other stream there.
Guys, I have never really been into Asa. Okay?
I have never really been into Asa. I have never really been into Asa. I have never really been into Asa. I've never really been into Asa. I've never really been into Asa, guys. I don't know. It wasn't my childhood hero. Never really been into Asa. I mean, shall we do this one? I'm willing to show it all, quite frankly. I'm willing to go the whole way, quite frankly. I've never really been into Asa. Okay, so let's just get this one out. This is probably his most recent fucking praising of Aesilieri. This is on the Gumroad. We have to hack the Gumroad, I'm afraid, for this one. We have to go to the PPP paywall pilfer. I encourage you all to watch what shit they're posting there. And just revel in the splendor of 90-Day Fiancé reviews and Australian Survivor. It's fucking slatternly, is what it is. Never really been into Asa. Just quickly, the amount of hours, days we can probably say, that we spoke about the glory days of Aesilieri, both mutually swapping our own favourite moments. But never really been into Asa. No, my childhood hero. Okay. Okay, are you ready for this one? It's the PPP paywall. PPP talks about Nick Fuentes. Normalization of flagging.
This on the rake back tonight, but I want to touch on the danger of what's going on with Nick Fuentes right now. And why his behavior is very reckless and is very dangerous for everybody. See, it used to be that there were mores, like these social mores, this unwritten code, which he calls gay and faggy. But I think it was important that we have some baseline morality as to how shit is conducted. Now, it used to be online back in the day when I was a mere lad and I was watching Aesilieri and Arshfiend and all these fuckers, that e-bagging was bad.
I was never really, I was never that into Aesilieri. He wasn't my childhood hero.
I think it was important that we have some baseline morality as to how shit is conducted. Now, it used to be online back in the day when I was a mere lad and I was watching A. Cilieri and Archfield that e-bagging was bad.
We must persevere. We must continue. We must keep going. We must keep going.
When it came to the reviewing a reviewer shtick, I always thought that Marshall Horror, a creepy bald guy, did it better. I saw Ace's videos about Linkara back in the day, Angry Joe, and they were decent enough videos for their time. Let's not forget who Asa, the antediluvian king, is. I mean, Asa, the whole reason he's so pissed off with that guy with the glasses and the reviewers...
So, as you can see here, he's actually reading Asa's Kiwi Farms thread. he ain't got no take to give. He's just watch him. He's just reading the thread verbatim.
That guy with the glasses.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Like Paul Locke.
Shameful. Now, he's not even reading the thread, is he? He's reading what Kino Shea's sending him in Discord. It's just fucking shameful.
Not allowed into the hollowed halls of that guy with the glasses. Asa couldn't even meet the muster to be on Reviewtopia.
He doesn't even know what he's laughing at. Andy, give me a definition and a basic rundown of what Reviewtopia actually was. You retarded mongoloid. I mean, he doesn't even know what he's laughing at. He's a Johnny come. He's got no fucking idea. It's absurd. It's insane. Truly. All right, let's listen to the piss PowerPoint continue reading his slides from Kino Shea.
Couldn't even make it in Reviewtopia, bros. Like, let's face it, he was a total fucking joke. Couldn't even make it on...
There he goes back to reading his slides.
See that he couldn't properly grift. Like that guy with the glasses grifters and even the fucking Reviewtopia grifters. It's a pretty fucking... Even Muse Productions.
Yikes.
But on fucking Reviewtopia.
Does he know who Muse Productions is? You certainly don't know who fucking Muse Productions is, PPP, and Johnny Come Lately. Quickly, just quickly, folks. We'll do it to this one. This is my 10th year here. 10 fucking years. And I can prove it. I ain't no fucking Johnny Come Lately. I was there with all these guys at the time. Doing it as I do now. I was there compiling the rules of the Kino Dogme, taking it from my old masters, in order to bring it to you all 10 years later to resurrect it. And if you don't believe me, I can fucking go back. I can go back in time and show you the public record. 10 years. And there's a reason why we've come back now. We're doing things as we are, celebratory, because it's my 10th fucking year here. A decade, Winson. For real. My first ever videos. My first ever videos. These go back to 2011, 2012. Reverend fucking Byrne. Antediluvian King. I think he's dead now. These were documentaries I made. My actual first videos ever. Emma Prevost. He is dead now. Naughty Madam, Queen of Atlantis. She's in prison. 2012. I ain't no pretender, PPP. I ain't no fake fan. I don't deny my legacy. I don't deny who I am, where I came from, and how I got here. Bow to the fucking king, because you were always a pretender. You ain't worth salt, buddy. I always gave you the lift. I was the original writer, PPP. And let's be honest, I was the best fucking one. You owe it all to me. And as I said to you back then, I made you. And I can break you. Piece of shit.
Oh, Teresa. He was upset he couldn't grift, and that's what it was. He had no real principle against grifting. Because if we remember, Asa took $500 from a pay pig to make a reviewing the reviewers on Darkness the Cursed.
Asa took $500 back in 2009.
Diluvian King, Darkness the Cursed.
Nope.
Is very autistic.
Okay.
Was a very autistic.
This sounds really autistic, but sure. Yeah.
No, it really is.
So I just want to show you the schism between the two. Andy ain't into it. Andy ain't into this. The audience ain't into it either. They're posting Zeds and tomatoes.
Antediluvian King, Darkness the Cursed.
Nope.
Is very autistic.
Okay.
Was a very autistic.
This sounds really
He's
autistic,
scared.
but sure. Yeah.
No,
Sounds really autistic. I just want to move on. But there's actually 100 more slides to this pissed PowerPoint.
really is. But let's not pretend that, PPP is wrong for taking money when Asa, all he ever wanted to do was make a nickel or a dime. He's desperately jealous of AVGN.
Asa, all he ever wanted to do was make a nickel or a fucking dime? The guy's been around since 2007. And I think in all that time, he's probably made, generously, about $1,000. He ain't actively fucking gone out of his way to grift. He ain't actively sold his soul to Andy Warski, who we'll get into later. He ain't actively sold his soul to Andy Warski, betrayed all of his fucking principles to do so. So he can clap alongside a stuttering retard going, "Milk and nothing is for $1 million." Fake donos. And you know what? Ace has always been able to afford internet connection that doesn't present him like a fucking seething slideshow. Look at this. This is supposed to be a man who's making fat stacks in time for Christmas, eh?
Because he was rejected from that guy with the glasses. Is that he couldn't properly grift. Like that guy with the glasses grifters, and even the fucking Reviewtopia grifters. It's a pretty fucking, even Muse Productions.
Yikes.
On fucking Reviewtopia.
Oh.
Teresa. He was upset he couldn't grift, and that's what it was. He had no real principle against grifting. Because if we remember, Asa took $500 from a pay pig to make a review.
Do we not just think it's a bit rich? This guy is going in at someone for grifting? He's rocking back and forth in front of a literal roulette wheel. A towel. He's dressed in casino-y garb. He gambles all the money away. He's begging for donos in between his Super Saiyan rant that's coming to you in 50 PPP. Do you not think it's a bit rich? At this point, when you've got the biggest grifter of them all, calling out... But look, we can't cover every element of hypocrisy, else we'd be here all night.
On Darkness the Cursed. Do you remember Darkness the Cursed? Antediluvian King, Darkness the Cursed.
Nope.
Is very autistic.
Okay.
Was a very autistic.
This sounds really
He's
autistic,
scared.
but sure. Yeah.
No, it really is. But let's not pretend that, PPP is wrong for...
Look, I mean, this chat's just saying you're coping so hard. You know, you've even got Asa in there on another account that hadn't been... I mean, Asa had like 5 accounts that were banned last night. And Asa's going, lol, he's literally reading my ED article. Yeah, for real. Because he doesn't even know the fucking law. What a Johnny-come-lately. What a fake fan. What a fake fan, ladies and gentlemen. I'm genuinely shocked. Was it all a lie, PPP? To get into Godwinson's good graces? Was it all a lie? Look at this face, by the way. We can't see it in its full 4K glory, but just imagine the smell.
Taking money when Asa, all he ever...
Voice is cracking, the seed is real.
Desperately jealous of AVGN. Desperately jealous of Linkara and Angry Joe and all the rest.
People are saying seething in 6 pixels. For real. For real.
That's who he is. Do you know what? Fair play to Godwinson.
May I ask one thing?
hero. He's his mensch.
May I ask one
It's
thing,
good
bro?
for him.
I want to ask one thing about the lore there. Did he go on that guy with the glasses to be a reviewer, and then when he was denied, he started reviewing all the reviewers? Okay, so it was like out of like...
That's not... That's a Johnny-come-lately fake fan. Yes, from PPP there. RAR predated Ace Salieri's application to go on that guy with the glasses by about 5 fucking years. Ace has started doing the RARs on Chris Balls in the AVGN, right? And sure as shit, Ace wasn't going to join Cinemassacre. You dumbass. You fucking retard. You Johnny-come-lately, you fake fan. I mean, it's truly heartwarming to realise just how much the mask is off now, and we can see the real Fatso.
And by the way, sorry, everyone about Ashton's internet. I don't know what the fuck, guys. It comes in, it comes out. I don't know.
It's true Kino Dogma.
It's what happens. It's what happens.
It's true Kino Dogma 2007, guys. That's why he ain't got enough money to afford a decent internet connection. All those donuts are real, by the way. You better believe it. It's a Christmas miracle. Will PPP get decent internet? Will he lose the weight? Will he deliver all the promises he's making? No, he won't. No, he won't, folks. Sadly.
By the way, you know what I happen to come up with and invent all the rules for? It's okay.
So do you hear? I'll just play that one back so you can hear that one. Okay, I'll just play that one back so you can hear that one. And I'm going to do it to... we might as well flog the dead horse, hadn't we? Kino Dogma 2007 that I happened to come up with, invent all the rules for. PPP's words. The thing is, it's all on the record, buddy. It's all there for all and sundry to see. The Kino Dogma 2007 that he invented and came up with all the rules for. Number one, you weren't there in 2007, buddy. You weren't fucking there. You're a Johnny-come-lately fake fan. Number two, you came to me for video ideas back in the day. You were struggling. The Ethan Ralph content, even back then, had gotten stale. People were saying you were obsessing over the Ethan Ralph, and it was triggering your autism, because back in school, people were saying you were obsessing over things. So I gave you something that was going to make it a bit fresh. To give you a raison d'etre, a purpose. I gave you a reason for being, PPP. And that reason for being was the rules of the Kino Dogma 2007 that I wrote out for you to read aloud on stream. Are you ready for this one, folks? This is glorious. It's all on the record, by the way. I don't need to embellish things on this one. I don't need to Johnny-come-lately fake fan this one, like my old apprentice, PPP. It's the Kino Dogma 2007 discussion. You ready for this one?
You'll have noticed that the People's Pot...
Okay, and you see he's reading here? He's reading my script. My Bible. That I allowed him access to. Because I trusted the guy to come alongside me. As a torchbearer for Kino Dogma 2007. This is an old video from back in the day. Let's play it. And you look at his eye line. Observe the eye line.
If you're a close follower of the channel here, you'll have noticed that the People's Populous Press has
reading my words.
Existential crisis of late. There's been a lot of soul searching on the channel about how I should continue forward, if I should continue forward making content. And I was actually stupid enough to appeal and reach out to the plebeians in my audience and ask their opinion. And all of their opinions were trash. They were all garbage, all the opinions on what I should do with the channel. And I was depressed there, guys.
I was depressed, and I ran to Godwinson for his content Bible. And I gave it to him out of generosity. Because I thought I had an apprentice here to follow the Kino Dogma alongside me.
I don't want to do this anymore. lost my inspiration.
Look, he's even reading my fucking work. He's even reading the paper that I'd written it on for him. Like... By the way, let's just hear him, let's just play him back.
Be a reviewer, and then when he was denied, he started reviewing all the reviewers? Okay, so it was like out of like...
It's true, Kino Dog may take
It's what happens. It's what happens.
By the way,
But,
you know,
okay.
I happen to come up with and invent all the rules for.
Happen to come up with and invent all the rules for.
Audience are all idiots.
He's reading my script, guys.
And then I began to go on a spirit quest back to the content creators of 2007. Back to the pioneers of this website. The true heroes, the true legends that made it what it is. Men like Big Al 2K6, Random DCE, Darkness the Curse, Spax 3, Helsing 920, The Archfiend, even idiots like Undertaker Freak 1127 there. You know, all sorts of these. Salieri, the angry video game nerd.
Ace Salieri, name check there. Oh, he was never that into Ace, sir. I'm not even at the checkmate point yet, folks. This just gets better. But he invented all the rules for it. He's literally reading my fucking... He's reading my Bible. My fucking Bible aloud to his audience. I gave it him out of an act of generosity to justify his fat ass on the internet. And he just pissed it all away. But he came up with those tenets, but... Okay, we'll allow him that, shall we? Let's just see where he goes with this. We promised them the right of reply. I'm a generous man.
It's okay. It's okay. We'll let you pretend you came up with it, just like you pretend you came up with the news alert I came up with that you shamelessly ripped off.
PPP came up with It's a Godwinson News Alert. Did PPP also invent Godwinson as well? Was PPP also there when I was doing my videos 10 years ago as well? He must have been. He must have been, surely.
It's okay, Adam. It's okay. Anyway, Ralph comes on, and they do this show. It's not very good. Rehash the shit from Miami with Worski that everybody's seen a million
It
times.
wasn't even the good stuff.
It wasn't even the good stuff, by the way. It was enough to make you seethe, bro. All we needed was enough to make you seethe, bro. To produce this. To deliver PPP into my hands. That's all I needed. We didn't even have to do a show, really. All I needed was Ralph there and Ace Salieri there to make enough to get this stream derailed at the top of the first 3 hours. The first 3 hours of this are all me and Asa. But it was enough to do the job. But we actually delivered a bit more. I was genuinely shocked and surprised by how much Ralph was willing to play ball. I was genuinely shocked and surprised by how there was a bizarre chemistry between myself, Ace Salieri, and Ethan Ralph. That is not a sentence I ever thought I'd say. And for many of the fanboys, what they saw last night was a crossover they never thought would happen. And it delivered on all fronts and a bit more. And it certainly delivered this that I'm about to unwrap now. Merry Christmas, A-Logs. Merry fucking Christmas. Let's go back to this, shall we?
The guy who loves watching our Survivor breakdowns, it could be a $1 dono. I'll send it back to you. Listen, they fucking changed the localization of where you could watch it to only New Zealand. So we're stuck on 17 right now, and we need 18 and beyond. So, buddy, can you send me the fucking link? And then I tried fucking using NordVPN and switching to New Zealand. Ashton and I were having a bad time. But
they were having a bad time. I wonder why. Ashton and the Tard were having a bad time. We'll skip ahead to when Warski stops talking, because it always is a low IQ interjection, and bizarrely they're getting longer and longer nowadays because there's no opposition from this fat fuck.
It's though
20.
Really
Opening
funny.
20 before the hangover.
Actually pretty funny. Before it's like becomes like retarded like gay orgies, and at which point it's like okay. But before that it was actually pretty funny. It was actually
There's one scene 3/4 way through where the screen, I just put a black box. I didn't even use a blur. I just used
My mind is melting.
And Ashton goes,
I'm losing IQ
I think we're
points.
gonna have to shut it down. Well, I'm just like, it was so fucked. But it's an interesting concept.
We're gonna skip ahead. I can't even listen to this in a way that's gonna mock them.
Rant. We got Sonic Autist here.
Now they're reading donos from Sonic Autist. And they're definitely not fake donos, by the way. Look at that internet connection. Definitely not fake donos.
So well and comes on as a guest sometimes. I really hope he does too. I haven't talked to him in a while. By the way, he was sort of upset on. He wasn't upset on Twitter. He corrected. We said that he was purged from Cozy.
So what happens basically is that Ashton's trying to deliver his takedown of Ace Salieri, but he keeps being interrupted by a stuttering tard reading fake donos. That's the digest. So we're going to skip ahead to when the donos stop.
Something that Asa should probably do before his children.
Okay, right.
Judge for yourself. Okay.
What comes on as a guest sometimes. Wait, he was sort of purged from Cozy.
Okay.
Well, watch
you
that.
Judge for yourselves what happened, but it was a struggle session for the ages. And no wonder he walked away, because if I had Ethan Ralph was the High Inquisitor judge of my worthiness as a man, I had to answer before the court of Ralph, I may actually put the gun in my mouth and pull the trigger. Something that...
Ethan Ralph is judge, jury, and executioner at this point, PPP. Because what you do on this stream is something that Ralph used to do back in the day, and it led to all of his fucking A-loggery. When you go scorched earth and dox minor characters in the storyline, when you literally dangle dox someone, and as you'll see with what he does with Asa, he's essentially begging his audience to call CPS on Asa to get his kids taken away. Just like Ralph used to do back in the day. Okay, so why, there is no, in fact, I'm going to go on record. This fat fuck, far worse than Ralph ever was at this point. You better believe it. We know all the dirt. And it was all made up, wasn't it, Ashton? All made up, wasn't it? Caterpillar from Bug's Life. Because Ralph didn't call your church. Ralph didn't fuck with your IRL. You made it up to get me aboard your crusade, to get you some clout. And I always wondered, why was that? What was his end point there? Okay, sure, he just wants to make videos alongside Godwinson, a guy he's been watching for years and years and years. Let's do a Make-A-Wish for PPP. Oh, this was the grand plan, was it? This was the grand plan. To be streaming alongside Andy Warski. That was what it was all for, eh? Inventing the Batman origin story of Ethan Ralph fucking with your life. Oh, this is what it was all for. So whilst Ralph not fucking with PPP is fact, whilst Ralph actually didn't fucking call the church and get this guy fired from this guy actually willingly walked away from the church. And in fact, the church sacked his ass because he displayed it and splayed it all to sundry on the internet. He parted cheeks. That's why the church said goodbye. But now he's doing what Ralph didn't do, as you'll see.
Asa should probably do before his children don the fursuits. Shamefully.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely. And last one for now, we got Anon here.
This rots my brain.
With a big bucks.
I mean, it wouldn't be so bad. It wouldn't, for real. It wouldn't be so bad if they got someone to read the super chats who could actually fucking read, folks. Is it that much of an ask to get someone who can actually read, to read aloud the super chats?
Coming for his
I'll say this, Big Tech, 10 times more entertaining than Beardson ever was.
Whoa, buddy. Whoa, what a hot take.
One big one here I'll read before we...
a lot of support tonight.
Well,
There was no support last night. They were all fake donuts. Seething and coping. And we'll show you the end of this as well, because it's gold.
For the A-Log coalition there, I don't know.
Wait, you brought on a sex offender as your king? That didn't work out.
This sex offender Ralph that everybody in our audience hates.
Sex offender Ethan Ralph as your answer. Okay. Child murderer. Literally written up in the mainstream press as a paedophile. A man who shared vile sex images of children. Shall we show you that one, folks? Shall we show you? As they're going, they're hitting all the marks that I wanted them to hit. So I could do this. Are we ready for this? Andy Warski, first result when we type it in. You ready? Alt-right YouTube. Oh, we've got to accept this one. Okay. Alt-right YouTuber shared vile images of underage girls. Okay. Last week, Andy Warski, internet personality regularly accused of sexism and racism, published photographs of children aged under 16 in provocative poses. There he is. Look. Shall we play the clip? So he's actually deliberating what he can show. He's looking at the images. The investigation saw Warski collect images showing children in provocative poses and expose the identities of men in child porn rings. They discussed these vile photos. Andy Warski shared the pictures on YouTube. Underage girls, too sexually extreme to print. And he'd edited them. He actually edited the photographs in some way to make sure they don't trigger the photo site's nudity filters. But Andy Warski wants to throw around the term sex offender. Okay. Gloves are off, bro. Now, this is in the mainstream press. And if you don't believe me, look at him. Look, there he is, look. Paedophile. 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 Gloves are off, brother. Gloves are off. Gloves are off, bro. What about this one? Can I show this? Warski asked when he was discussing the fucking underage child pornography. It's hard to tell this person. She is 15. But okay, Andy Warski,
On a sex offender as your king? That didn't work out.
This sex offender Ralph that everybody in our audience hates.
Didn't you review with Godwinson frame by frame the sex video?
Yes, we sure did. So we'll review the whole...
You know what we also reviewed, by the way? Do you know what we in PPP also reviewed? You ready for this one? You ready for this one? You know what we also reviewed back in the day? Back in the day. We also reviewed the article I've just showed you. We also spoke about the article in great depth back in the day. Are you ready for it? Let me get it up. I've been waiting. I've been biding my time waiting for this one. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here we... Oh, it's playing an advert, so I'll just filibuster. Play a song. You've played right into my hands, PPP. The real big dog, head of the table, king of the sector. Bow down, fat ass. Bow down, buddy. What a disaster. For real. Okay, The adverts are finished. It's reloaded it and playing adverts again. Okay, we'll type it in again and see if it pops up. This is ridiculous. Odyssey is so shit. I just want to say, Odyssey might be the worst of all of the video sharing platforms. Quite literally, the worst of all of them. No half measures on Odyssey there. And this song accurately reflects my despair at Odyssey. So I've gone to the YouTube link now. But here we are, me and PPP back in the day, talking about Andy Warski's Metro article. There he is, look.
Welcome to tonight's episode of This Week in Nectar, and it's going to be centered around this article that has been written about Andy Warski. It's headlined, "Alt-right YouTuber shared vile sexualized images of underage girls." A notorious YouTuber linked to the alt-right shared Laura.
To be honest, Andy's the most inaccurate part of the report. But we'll continue. Last week, Andy Warski, an internet personality regularly accused of sexism and racism, hosted an online event on YouTube designed to expose a pedophile ring, during which he published photographs of children aged under 16 in provocative poses.
There you go. There you go. There you go. So whilst we also reviewed the sex tape, we also reviewed Andy Warski's paedophilia, didn't we just? I remember, so you don't have to. I remember, so you don't have to, folks. But let's get back into this one.
Whole sex tape, poor Mr. Crow puked the end of that. Poor Mr. Crow.
Wow. We got one last big one here, just smashed in through from Bobby Boy for 20 bucks.
Keeps derailing him on his takedown.
Utopia, and
listen, for every $100 donations, I will do a line.
For Asa Jr. in the
fursuit.
Can we get candles?
For every $100.
Can we get candles for? Can we get candles for Asa Jr. in the?
Can we yet again steal another Godwinson bit to try and claim a high ground? It ain't gonna work though, PPP. Look at this. All tomatoes. No candles, just tomatoes. It's cold outside.
A Hollywood line thinking. And Bobby Boy for 20 saying,
literally no candles, literally just tomatoes.
Recent news about Catboy Cammy attempting to groom a 15-year-old. If you haven't, then at Fad's channel on Telegram, like once maybe. It's not like a Joker was caught or whatever. It's like, listen, we've been dealing with it now. It's just too
Catboy Cammy was open.
They need, honestly, they need to taser Andy whenever he speaks, or just shut off his screen.
Closed doors he was grooming. But remember, Nick didn't disavow those Omegle streams where he was actually
supposed to fucking Telegram after to help. So he.
Hello, dear viewer.
Okay.
And seething. Alright, so here he is, guys. And to keep. But guys, thank you so much. And remember, donate to help keep us alive. And to keep.
Donate to help keep us alive. Don't encourage us to, I don't know, write a CV and get a job. No, donate to keep us alive. pieces of shit.
Yepslers, a seething. All right, so here he
All
is,
right,
guys.
let's see this antediluvian king.
Antediluvian king. All right.
Hello, dear viewer. So, a few weeks ago, I had...
Right, so if you've just joined, they're going to go in on Aesilieri, right? And Aesilieri was a furry at some point during his long life. Aesilieri's like a 50-year-old man. Aesilieri's got, I think he's got 4 children. He might have 3 children. He's been married for a long time. He's been making videos for a long, long time. Okay? But I want you all to know that Asa was, at some point in time, a furry himself. Okay? He attended a furry convention and recorded the dispatches of that event. He then went to another furry convention, was sexually harassed by one of these furry faggots, and then decided to wash his hands of the furriness. They're the real takes. That's the reality of what happened. No hiding that. Asa's law is all on the fucking record. Okay? Aesilieri has been open and around for a lot longer than these two Johnny-come-latelys. You better believe it. But even with all of that I have just said, there is a checkmate coming because Ashton played right into my fucking hands with this one. Yeah, let's get into what they were doing with Aesilieri last night.
It's called My First Furry Convention. When you start out, My First Furry Convention, hello, view. That's a bad tone. It should be, hello, view. Like, I went there to,
Document the
expose,
abuse. His wife and children are in the thumbnail, in the clutches of people in fursuits. I use people very loosely.
Yeah.
I describe furries.
I want you all, by the way, just as a little thing to take note of. Andy, he's really like, whoa, these furries, fucking, what degeneracy. You know, Andy, I mean, he's really shocked by the furry question. He don't like these furries. He's not about that. Just watch him.
I guess that's his.
Whoa, that's insane. That's crazy.
Hello, dear viewer.
Let's watch Andy while this one
ago,
plays.
I attended Arizona FurCon. I wanted to get a closer look at the furry fandom, see what it's like in person, talk to several fursuiters.
What? This is the guy making fun of us?
And they go on. In the interests of full disclosure, they go on for another 3 hours where they talk, where PPP sexualizes Asa's kid over and over and over again. And Warski clutches his pearls and goes, oh my God, a furry. Holy.
At this fuck.
This fuck.
This is a pedophile. I mean,
This-
he looks like a pedophile.
This is a pedophile. He looks like a pedophile. That's Warski. Okay.
Fun of us? What?
Look at the furry fandom, see what it's like in person, talk to several fursuiters.
What? This is the guy making fun of us? Holy, look at this fuck.
Now, look at this fuck. Look at Warski's reaction.
This is a pedophile. I mean, he looks like a pedophile. I didn't say he was. I'm thinking, if you were to go draw me a pedophile, this is a pedophile. I mean, he looks this guy making fun of us? Holy, look at this fuck. This is a pedophile. I mean,
This is a pedophile. I'm going to deliver the checkmate momentarily. I just want to show you how they rounded out this stream. Andy was literally obliterated drunk.
Maybe, or, yeah, hold on.
He's fucking falling asleep.
Okay, like, yeah, or maybe he died.
PPP's like,
That was it. So that's the big attack. That was the attack, according to this.
He's been snorting lines.
And
That boxed wine there. He's fucking obliterated.
Why are you about mid-section? You're right. I stupidly posted one tweet saying,
Now he's like broken. He has to like apologize for it. It's just fucking brutal.
Just go like buy like.
Leave, man. Like, obviously, they're basically purging.
He's fucked. It's tough. He's obliterated. He's shittered, ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
The takedown stream didn't go well. Now, you might be thinking, and obviously it ends literally just randomly like a fucking Sopranos season finale where it just cuts to black. Okay? Because he got so shittered. And part of me wondered, why did he get so shittered, folks? Why? Why did Andy Warski get so shittered? When it was such a confirmed win. He was literally going in at the king of Atlantis, Ace Salieri, for being a furry. And because he was a furry, that automatically meant he was a pedophile. He shouted it directly into camera. He's a pedophile. So it was such a confirmed win. But Andy got so shittered that they had to end the stream early. Why is that? Why is that, folks? PPP, you played into my hands, and you are going to go down with this ship. You are going to... I don't care if there's a white flag above your door, bro. Because I will force a surrender. Okay, are you ready for this one? Because it's all coming. The checkmate. Andy Warski. Me and V-Row furry pals. This is something he photoshopped himself. Pedophile. Okay? 2018, this one, by the way. There's more. There's more. What should my fursona be? Yifsky was the clear winner. Did you not think, PPP, that I had all this in my back pocket for when you entered Acer? Did you not think? Did you doubt your old master? There's more! There's loads more! This one. After learning what the inner workings of a furry is, I wonder how he learned that one. I think Geek and I have made a terrible mistake. We are going to film a documentary series on going to a con. That whole takedown was about Ace Salieri going to a furry convention and reporting it from an outside perspective. He filmed a whole documentary series with Geek Thulu, introducing Yifsky. And he's even photoshopped his own fursona. Again, he mustn't have been happy with this one. The one he did with V. No, it's this one. I'm having a panic attack. There's more. Checkmate, motherfucker. There is yet more, ladies and gentlemen. What about this one? I will go down with this shit. We'll mute Dido because I want you to hear his words. You ready for this one? Checkmate. You ready? You ready, ladies and gentlemen?
I watched the PewDiePie video, the recent one about the Sonic thing, and that was.
Oh, I never saw that. Oh no.
Well, I mean, you're not the. Well, it's been pointed out a lot, but there's this weird sexual furry thing tied into it, and it's so fucking.
Well, the thing is, I'm fine with that shit. Like, I was saying the other day, like, I'm totally fine with furries and people in brony conventions banging each other. Like,
yeah, I'm fine with them existing. I just don't understand.
He's totally fine with it.
Them weird.
Yeah. The thing is, I don't understand that fetish, but I understand fetishes, so I don't find it weird.
But like, you will jerk off to it.
Yeah. Look, I can see, like, for example...
He doesn't say no, he jacked off to furry porn. Now, Acer, fact check, Acer ain't jacked off to furry porn. Borski's openly admitting it here. Like, checkmate, motherfucker. There's more, by the way, but let's play this whole clip in its full entirety.
If I was single and I went to a convention...
A furry convention.
Cosplay, and there was a chick dressed up like Tifa from FF7 who wanted to bang, I'd find that exceptionally more hotter than banging some chick.
Oh, yeah, but see, but that's different.
That's different. That's
Yifsky.
literally the biggest tits on earth.
Introducing Yifsky.
Okay, you did objectified woman in video games.
Because, yet again, folks, no matter who, anyone I wheel out from 2007 is going to be, ain't none of them as fucked in the head as Andy Warski. Ain't none of them got a more of a checkered history than Andy Warski himself. Okay, are you ready for this one? It's Enter the Fur Path. Enter the Fur Path. A 3-hour stream he did, celebrating Yifsky, his fursona that he drew, and all of the other shit.
That song is fantastic. Huh?
Yeah, tour. Like when we were talking about like doing the show, the live show.
So, this is his old intro. Always cringe, by the way, elevating the retard far beyond his fucking station. I wish he'd fucking strapped on that suicide vest.
Oh, yes.
Maybe a Christmas miracle will come true for Godwinson this Christmas, who knows?
Adam Worski,
Aborted his kid.
psychopath.
Yeah, murdering psychopath really killed his kid, murdered his son, laughed about it. Okay, you ready for this one?
For Hollywood.
Oh wow! Hey, like when we do our tour shit, like whatever city that guy's in, he's got to do the opening of the show, the live show.
Can I
For
score?
sure. Yeah.
That song is fantastic. Oh, I love it. Hey everyone, how you all doing? Everyone's starting to pile in a little.
This one, by the way, is called Enter the Fur Path.
So how do you feel about... Wait, live show? What do you mean? Tour? Huh?
Yeah, tour. Like when we were talking.
So this is obviously, this is like a little
like eventually that's what we
precognizance
wanna
for
do.
where
We wanna-
PPP is going to end up. He's
tour
going to be the
around
next Geek
these
Thulu,
cities
where they're streaming to no
eventually,
viewers, and it's just going to be archived into Godwinson's
have one
vault for
night
further
of us
dirt
doing
later
some
on down the
stand-up,
line.
And then the next night of us doing a live show.
All of this was buried, by the way, because no one was watching
Yeah.
Warski. I was watching Warski.
Is my audio all right? Because like somebody said I was too loud, so I turned myself down.
Yeah, now it's good. Now it's good.
Okay.
Hang on, I'll lower it just a little. Okay, there we go. Back, are you talking?
Hello.
I should just fucking mute you. You're way
Oh.
fucking better. I just, yeah, we are planning that in the future, right?
Yeah, the tour was tour of like fur conventions. That's what they were alluding to.
Convention? Is that what we were talking about?
Fuck yes.
Yes, we see. A lot of people are like, "Oh my god, how are these guys doing?" Talking about?
Fuck yes.
I'm just going to give...
Slow down.
Okay, listen.
Yeah, now it's good.
Listen.
Okay.
Hang on, I'll lower it just a little. Okay, there we go. Back, are you talking?
Hello.
I should just fucking mute you. You're way
Oh.
fucking better. I just, yeah, we are planning that in the future, right? But with this furry thing, are we actually planning on going to a convention? Is that what we were talking about?
Fuck yes.
Yes, we see. A lot of people are like, "Oh my god, how are these guys doing this? Like, why would you do this?" We're like, I'm pumped, kind of. I'm not saying I want to be a furry, but like,
He wants to be a furry!
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited to get the costume together.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing.
He's excited to get the costume together with his old pal Geek Cthulhu.
There's not even really anything there. I want to, like, it's because you said one thing. Either go like, all the way or nothing.
Either go all the way or
We
nothing.
either have to show, we have to show up with either the shittiest costumes to take the piss out of it, or we have to make the most baller ass costumes.
So what do you got? So what do you guys want to see? Baller ass costumes, or like fucking funny, silly? I want to
Checkmate.
do baller ass.
Checkmate.
Yeah, so do I. I feel like if we're gonna do this, we gotta like really commit to it.
Yeah, you better commit to it, Warski. Yifsky.
Talking to someone who apparently can get some access to some of the VIP parties, so we can film that too.
Andy Warski's talking to someone who can get them VIP access to furry parties. So he can film it.
Yeah. And the thing is like the ideas that we have for our fursona.
Checkmate.
It resonates with who we are.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta call it what it is, you know.
Oh, look,
But,
there he is, look. He's just appeared on stream. He's happy. He's willing to yiff.
Bullshit. I mean, even throw the glasses with the tape on it.
Wait, the brony?
Well, not the brony. The brony.
Enter the fur path.
Picture is a totally different thing. Boy, people did get pissed off when I changed my fucking icon to that. Holy shit. They were like, "Are you really a brony?" Like,
I can't wait, ladies and gentlemen, to wear his severed face.
Somebody drew me a fucking
That'll be my convention.
Holy shit.
So, why do you think furries get such a bad name? We're going to interview a few furries, too.
Why do you think furries get such a bad name? Now, if you recall, Ace's video is all about that. He's just investigating. Okay? But it was enough to get Warski to call him a pedophile. And literally scream that CPS should be called for the guy's kids. But here's Warski with top-level access. Just asking questions. I wonder why furries get bad press. He's jacked off to great varieties of furry porn. He sees no problem there.
We're going to be showing some steps on how to be a furry, some cringe compilations. So
we're going to be showing some steps on how to be a furry?
But why do you think that gets... Like, Medicare hates, like, furries, from what I can gather. Like, what do you think?
Well, I think it's more that he just found, like, a really bad sect of the furries.
He just found a bad sect of the furries. You played into my hands, PPP. You hit all the talking points I wanted you to talk about. Because it allowed me, it gave me permission to talk about everything I'm going to talk about. You opened the firing shot, man. And in the rules of the Kino Dogma 2007, I am now allowed to go lower. I am now allowed to go fully scorched earth, buddy. Thank you. Merry Christmas, man. Hope it's not too cold out there for you, bro. Hope you don't have to shake, shiver, shovel as much as you did last year.
Like, because with everything.
No half measures!
Like, skeptics, you got shitbags, a.k.a. crowd, you know?
Tonka?
Fucking... Okay.
Oh, wait.
There's that.
Speaking of Tonka, wait.
Right?
We have to finish the fucking contest.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, we'll do the contest right now. You want to do it right?
So, also here, they're shitting on Tonkasaur. Remember Tonkasaur? The man who bitched out from a fight? The man who was not an internet person. The man who became a laughingstock because every time he got into a bit of hot water, he'd challenge everyone to a fight. He'd say, "Fight me, bro, in real life." Last night, Warski offered me 50 grand to fight him. In real life. Tonkasaur. Except worse. Except worse, ladies and gentlemen. We've come full circle, folks. Now, the only fight that I'm going to accept with Warski, it don't even need my presence. All Warski needs to do is fight with a loaded shotgun. They're my terms. Fight with a loaded shotgun, buddy. See how you come out the other side. I'd pay to see that one. I'd pay to see that one, bro.
But there's he says in his tweet, meeting between
shitting on Donga there.
People don't always need
Donga tribe.
Errors anyway. It's Tonka.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I just real fast. Cosmic Dragon for 2, or Dorgan for 2. Andy, Spy for hire. Hadron Wood for 10.
And you better believe it, that's where it's ending up. PPP real quick. Medicomathicist for 2 says. That's where it's ending up, folks.
This tribe.
So then why doesn't he help out fucking Sargon?
Really cool meetups have been social media, such as Furfinity and Furry
from
Affinity.
Warski's archive here. This is the same stream.
Ocean Redux 5. LOL, LOL, you degenerate fuck. As long as you're having fun and we're laughing, though, that's all that matters, I guess.
The pay pigs are like, LOL, you degenerate fuck, as long as we're laughing, though. Talking about Yifsky and the fur path.
Stone Mexican guy for 2. Kick geek keep waifu. Hashtag hire waifu. Andrew Pins for 5. Hey Andy, great name. Yep, Yifsky. All right.
Yifsky. Great name. Yifsky. Bodied. Bodied.
Pacific Dorgan for $2. Furries are the definition of the uncanny valley. A wild Deku for $10. Why are people like Tonka so obsessed with accusing people of pedophilia? Accuse the other side of that which you are guilty.
Why are people like Tonga so obsessed with accusing people of pedophilia? Didn't we just have Warski look down the barrel of the lens and go, paedophile? About Ace Salieri? Full circle. Full circle. In fact, the circle is complete now. Self-felting.
Joseph Garble's Ministry of Propaganda, Nazi Germany. Rocket Insano for 2. E621 is something to do with mono...
This is literally the Kino Casino. Isn't it?
Glutamate?
There's no difference.
Glutamate?
No, what's that? That loop.
The anal vape eldritch entity is in the body of fucking Geek Thulu here. Now it's in the body of PPP.
Ink Bunny account. Ink Bunny. What the fuck?
Oh, fuck, that's another one on the list.
Oh boy, okay, I'll type it in.
So Ink Bunny
okay.
It's like for Affinity, but it's for people that...
T.O. Yeah, here we go. There's beat up here. Yeah, there's Ontario Furries. A whole website full of them.
So Andy's looking at Ontario furries, and he's gonna be looking at the website and going to the events there.
All right. Looks like I'm joining Ontario Furries. Figure out some meetups. Okay, I'll report back. Don't you worry.
Looks like he's joining Ontario furries. He'll report back. He'll report back.
So basically, the first time I go to Canada,
I'm gonna be a pro.
in my adult life, you know, is going to be me going to a furry convention.
That's what it's gonna be. Exactly. We're crazy.
Fuck my life.
We stank. All right. Why would you do this? Because this is how serial killers are born. Fucking Fucker in the chat.
Never forget, ladies and gentlemen, that his own son was sacrificed on the altar for this. His own fucking... We've actually lost the lighter, so we might just have to ignite the vape. But little Andy Jr. died for this. So his dad could go to furry conventions, masturbate to furry pornography, call himself Yifsky, literally Photoshop not one but two photographs of him dressed as a furry. Never forget that little Andy Jr. died for this. Checkmate. Checkmate. Let's give them the right of reply, shall we, on this one?
And be who they want to be. I mean, some of these people use their characters
They want to be
as
who
a way
they
to
want to
enable
be, bud.
themselves to be more outgoing, to be literally who they want to be. Many of them are shy introverts outside of their character.
Someone says this isn't as bad. Andy Warski's first owner and all of that shit, him attending Ontario furry clubs and shit like that, ain't as bad as taking your kids to a fur con. Andy, had he allowed little Andy Jr. to live, would have absolutely embarked on the degeneracy quests with his kid. It's a small mercy that Andy Jr.'s up there rolling round in them clouds or some shit. God only knows what Andy Warski's parenting would have done to that poor little bastard.
But once their suit comes on, they're larger than life, they're outgoing, and their masks enable them to combat their inherent social anxiety. Of course, this doesn't apply to all of them. Some just want to indulge in a little harmless escapism. Still others want to feel like they belong. Yes, the NSFW stuff was there too. Just as advertised, just as expected. But it's tastefully kept locked and given...
Look at him pretending!
Interested in...
Feigning his disgust.
Tasteful.
Look at this guy.
Listen, there's nothing about this scene that's tasteful.
No.
There's nothing about this scene that's family friendly. It's total degeneracy.
Dude.
Totally fucked.
They do, like,
By the way, will Ralph defend this?
So Warski was just about to give his review of what they do, these furries, but he was cut off by PPP. Maybe PPP knows what's in Warski's closet.
Ralph fire it up today and defend the honor of Ace.
Go on, Warski, tell us what they do at the fur cons, bro.
I mean, he has to, right?
Ralph Gross. You signed a pact. You didn't really know who you were signing on with, Ralph. It's not too late to disavow, Ralph. Not too late.
Whoa, buddy. All right, here, let's keep going.
Wait,
you think he's gonna go, oh, fuck. God damn it.
Did not safe for work stuff. He brought his kids, but.
Oh, man.
Other of the year.
Gamers...
Now, you might have wondered last night, why did he get so shitted last night that they had to Sopranos series finale their stream? Your answer has been given.
Not really.
Like he's fucking falling asleep.
Media, every corner of the internet, and then you gotta come in and be like, I think the guy might be gay. Like, who fucking cares, A, what you think, B,
He's passing out.
that comment to begin with.
He ain't well, bros. He ain't fucking well.
It's like, hey, want to listen to 20 minutes of autism straight? Sure. I mean, I guess. We're here. We're here. I'll do it.
We're here, man.
He's falling asleep, look.
What do you mean by this? What do you mean by this? Okay, I'm telling you.
He got shitted because he knew the truth would come out. He knew Godwinson would have been there the whole time, cataloguing his degeneracy. No matter who I wheel out as part of the roster PPP, ain't one of them, ain't a single man of them anywhere near the waste of space that Andy Warski is. And, for real, Andy Warski never delivered something as valuable as this. Never, in his wildest dreams, delivered something as valuable as this Antediluvian King's tape.
Welcome to today's Top 40 Hits, and next we have this song by another fat guy.
This is real fucking talent. Watch and learn, traitor and tard. Ace Salieri won. Ace Salieri bodied your ass. The Godwinson checkmate has been delivered to all and sundry.
Touch my sonnet, you Elder him, breathing, baby, is good for me. Elder him, breathing, something that's good for me. Whenever I see you in your elder trance, I'm lonely. It's time for a Game Boy Advance. There is something I can do. I can check what's left of my decency, drop my pants and feel
If this was a Kino Casino stream breaking the news on Chris Chan fucking his mum, it would be 6 hours long, interspersed with super chats from Medica Masochist for $6 gorillion.